What do you? So you have you heard? I know in our, I mean, I think it's hitting all of us, but the whole non-lawyer ownership of law firms.
A little
Have you thought
terrified
of?
about that.
Yeah, I think and I think too. Like I think for guys like us, because I feel like we're entrepreneurial enough to kind of like see the big picture. Some people are really scared about the whole non-lawyer ownership. I think it's with PI now you're gonna have it's already competitive, and now if you're having investor or Wall Street money dumping into these firms and
Yeah.
creating these big marketing machines, um, what I've been researching and kind of learning from other people is like now building brand is bigger than ever.
Yeah.
So you can't compete with guys who are spending a million a month in Google ads. So they say like building brand, local reputation,
Yeah, it's
grassroots
extreme.
things.
It's
It's
extremely
that's the way
important.
to separate yourself.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think it's really important to
yeah.
focus on building your brand, and even if non-attorneys become more accepted
Hmm.
in law, I think that with like the Wall Street money being
Yeah,
poured in, there's operational understanding of law that they don't have.
yeah.
Like you can't just get to what we've done by throwing money at it.
No,
There's a lot that we've learned by
yeah.
building the firm over years,
Hmm.
and even with
Yeah.
private equity, venture capital, whatever, they're not going to be able to replicate that just by throwing money at it. It really is the brand that is built over time
Oh
that
yeah.
has value.
True. Yeah, like even with the trial stuff, there's certain things like you said, like you can plug in a successful CEO or into the firm, and it's just certain things he just not going to be able to understand. He hasn't experienced yet, so I don't get too concerned about it. I think there's going to be a lot of consolidation, like with different
I could
firms, a lot
see
of
that.
mergers and stuff. But I think like if in the end, if you develop a good brand and you have good work, I think like I was telling someone back like 15 years or 10 years ago, like, everyone was, if you were doing social media, you were already ahead of the game. If you're doing Google ads,
Yeah.
now everyone's doing that stuff. And I feel like those guys 10 years ago that were like those trial guys that just didn't market very well, but they were just known in the community, they were like, they were behind the ball. But now
Hmm.
I feel like there's a shift. The pendulum's kind of shifted because most firms do digital marketing. Most firms
Yep.
do the podcast stuff. So now I feel like those guys, those boutique trial firms that have developed a solid reputation for trying cases, I think those guys are gonna can survive all this stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
look, I think you need to have an online presence. You need to
yeah.
put money into marketing, into advertising. I think it's really difficult for case acquisition if you're not
Mm,
doing that. And I think some of the older firms that have been around a while are going to struggle getting new cases
yeah.
because it's just there's so much money that's put into advertising that the potential cases are going to go to wherever the ad money is being spent.